Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn, and I am so happy to be with you guys tonight. Welcome on Facebook Live. Welcome to you guys watching on YouTube. And please feel free to leave comments in the chat room. And let's get this party started. Now, let me introduce to you now what is behind me, and that is the Wheel of Stories. Ooh, that was exciting. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, including breakup, mom, school days, drunk tank. And then there's an additional space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, they can choose any of those topics on the wheel. And there's 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, then we're going to the audience. And you guys can give your suggestions in the chat room. And one of our expert judges will choose one of those suggestions to be the contestant's topic. Are you with me so far? Did you miss me last week? I know you did. I went to New York City and there was nothing like this going on. We're the funnest game in town. And let's get started right away and bring on our expert judges. All right, you guys, this first judge coming to the show, he's a comedian and a writer, and he's written for Mad TV and Mad Magazine, and you can hear him on the Nerd Poker podcast, and he's also the host of the legendary Lucha Vavoom right here in Los Angeles. Please welcome the very talented Blaine Capatch. Hey, Blaine, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Christine. I didn't hear you come in. Boy, hey, it's great to be here. I'm happy you're back. We did miss you. And the show missed you, too, especially our sponsors. We're brought to you tonight by Phelps Bar, barley, wheat, corn, oats, pork, all the things you need to win 8 or 9 medals, whatever it was. Also, Jack Daniel's vodka. Finally, the great taste of Jack Daniel's in a vodka. Jack Daniel's vodka. Christine?
One time, real quick, I was at this party and it was sponsored by Jack Daniel's, and they were making these special drinks, and it was so flippin' foul. They had there was just glasses of this Jack Daniel's drink as far as the eye could see, because nobody drank it. It was disgusting. I'd like a JD and Coke. Hold the JD. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to do a Jack Daniel's thing when I was younger. It never took. It was really bad.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Let's move on. This next judge, you guys coming to the stage. She has judged this show many times live at the Hollywood Improv, and I'm so glad she's here with us tonight. She's an actress and a comedian and a writer, best known for playing Chloe on the Fox drama 24, and also Gail the Snail from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You've also seen her on the big screen in movies like Night School, Punch Drunk Love, Little Miss Sunshine, Legally Blonde 2, Julie and Julia, Grey's Anatomy, Gilmore Girls, the Larry Sanders Show on TV. And she's just amazing. She has now performed comedy really just everywhere. And she's just got back from acting in an independent film down in the Cayman Islands. How cool is that? I hope we hear a little bit about it. Please put your hands together for the very talented Lynn Rajskub. Lynn! Hey!
Hi, I missed you guys.
Now, can you tell me just a little bit about the Cayman Islands? I mean, was it always fun, or because I know you had to quarantine, yeah?
I liked the quarantine. They knock on your door and leave the food out there. I had my routines. When I started to go a little crazy, I said, I'm going to go sit in that corner now, you know?
It's probably had a good view as well.
I'm going to use a blanket now. I'm going to walk on the balcony. It was good for me. I thrive by myself, it turns out. And then I would have a date with myself. Every night I would watch. For some reason, I know I could watch movies on my laptop, but I would just use the TV pay-per-view. So that was my little game that I played with myself. I had to pick out of their choices. And I watched a bunch of stuff that I wouldn't normally watch. And I would have a little glass of wine, but I'd have to wait. I'd have to break up the day.
Sure.
Was I productive? And then the sun would start to go down. But yeah, it got a little weird, especially you're at a resort and they're just like partying and having aerobics and there's a DJ and you're just up there like, I can't leave.
Yeah. I mean, you see the pool, you see the people, you see the ocean, and you have to be in there like you have a disease or something. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it through it, and I'm super glad you're back. And we're going to have a great time. All right, you guys, let's bring on this next judge. He is amazing. He's done the show many times in the last 6 months. He's a comedian and a performer who has been dubbed the smartest man in the world. And the name of his podcast is named just that, The Smartest Man in the World. You've seen him perform comedy all over the world, and he appears regularly on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Please welcome the fabulous Greg Proops. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's groovy to be here. It's groovy to have human contact. That's what makes this show so exciting for a lot of us, I think, is it's our one chance to get a window into humanity.
Well, thanks for dressing up. You look amazing.
Well, thank you.
We are so excited to start this game. As you guys know, we do have a few rules in the game. We're playing 2 rounds tonight. Round 1 is a true 1-minute story, and round 2 is a true 2-minute story. The contestants are responsible for watching their own clock, and they don't want to go over their time, because if they go over their time, they're going to hear this. And then we go straight to the judges, and that's the end of the story. So watch your time, you guys. This is going to be a great evening of fun, and let's just get this party started right now. And let me just tell you that contestants, please, really good luck. And remember, we do fact check every story. All right, you guys, I'm reaching into the story smash can of truth, and the first storyteller coming up right now, this contestant. All right. Now, this guy, he's a comedian who originally hails from New York, and you can find him performing at New York City's Gotham Comedy Club and the Broadway Comedy Club. And when he's not telling jokes, he can be found attempting to educate his 8th grade social studies class. Please welcome the very talented Greg Schwartz. Come on up, Greg.
Hey, everybody. Thank you. What's up, Story Smash?
I'm so happy to have you, Greg. Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm in Sarasota, Florida.
All right. Sarasota, Florida. Thanks for tuning in. And we're really excited. This is the first time you've played the game,
Yep.
But I think you've probably seen it in the past. Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. You know what you're doing. Oh, look at that. The audience, by the way, they're all chiming in. Thank you. Good to hear that. And some people are already chiming in different story topics. So we got to get excited about that as well. Happy Friday. Let's tell Greg Schwartz what to do, you guys.
Spin that wheel. The spin brought to you by Chuck F. Cheese. Take it to the next level with Chuck F. Cheese.
Oh, for goodness sake. Let's kick this off. Party time. Party time USA. Greg has landed on audience. So we are going straight to the audience, and let's take a look at some suggestions. KP, we already have pets on the wheel. Sorry about that. Here's one, neighbors. Here's one, UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
This one says MIR is so cute. Not sure what that is. And look at that, Greg Proops. Your suit is rad.
What a sweet audience.
Wow.
Kilbasa Nova is looking at surprises. Oh, here's probably something good. A teacher story. Blaine?
I like teacher story. I don't mind pets being off the wheel, but if you like a teaching story, that's fine.
What do you think, Greg, Marilyn?
Is teaching story too easy for him? Maybe it's too hard because he's got to.
There was an earlier one that was really intriguing. It wasn't gambling. It was kittens. There they are. They're there, aren't they?
There was UFOs. What else do we have?
UFOs.
Is that the one?
It's so current.
They're in the news.
Yeah,
UFOs.
Teachers flash UFOs. It's got to be.
Look at this guy. Look at Philip Charlie Daniel. Just bringing it downtown. Easy there, kitten. Boundaries.
Oh, I like where.
Secret crush. Okay. All right, let's pull it in. What's it going to be, Blaine?
I like secret. I was going to say a secret crush. I like UFOs.
UFOs. Everybody should have at least one story about UFOs. Mary Lynn, I'm not going to ask you to tell your UFO
but you know what?
story,
Hey,
but you
I
have
got
one, right?
Of course. This is
Everybody has one. Blaine, don't feel bad.
Hey, if it's his first time, I don't want to make him do something that is difficult for him. I want him to. Was there anything on that list that made that grabbed you that you liked? We're here to help.
I mean, teaching stories was good. Trying to think what the other ones was over there that we saw. So there was teaching stories. Pets was good, but I know that's on the
time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, Greg, let's hear what topic you're going to say.
I get to decide?
Well, because Blaine feels bad, and I understand that. I do too. So you choose, man. What did you like?
I'll do teaching stories.
Let's have him do a teaching story. I think it's fair.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys. We're going to put 1 minute on the clock. Good luck. Whenever you start, I'll start the clock. Go ahead.
All right. So, a few years ago, I'm a history teacher, and I was teaching my class about the settlers moving west and the different trails, the Oregon Trail, the Mormon Trail. And so we were focusing on the Mormons, and I taught my students how the Mormons started in New York and then went to Illinois and Missouri and eventually moved out west to Utah. And a student asked, why did the Mormons move around all over the place? And I told them it was because of their beliefs, specifically the belief of polygamy. And then that got us into a discussion with the class on polygamy and modern Mormons. And it turned out that a student in my class was Mormon, went home and told his mother that I said all Mormons practice polygamy. And the next day we got a call from the local Mormon church who demanded that I be fired. And my principal wouldn't let it go. And finally, the way that I ended it in a meeting, I just looked at my principal and said, you know what? Maybe they're coming after me because I'm Jewish. And in the Hudson Valley of New York, do you want a war between the Mormons and the Jews? And that was the end of it.
Wow. How about that 105 Greg Proops?
Oh my God. Great holiday fun. This story had so many things going on. The opening line of a little while ago, I'm a history teacher. It's honestly the best opening two sentences. A little while ago, I'm a history teacher. The countering with the Jew counter proposal, or as it's known in the English, the Balfour Declaration. Just a brilliant move at the end. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 5, a 5, and a 4.
Okay, that's a total of 14 points for this round. Blaine Capatch.
I like how you buried, maybe have a teacher story. I don't know. Maybe go with teacher story. Oh, by the way, I'm a history teacher. I thought that was nice. Nice lead bury there. That was a nice fake out. I like how at the end it became a sort of an Israel-Palestine allegory, and it's really very in the news right now. And I'm really glad that we're not talking about that ship that got trapped in the canal. Do you remember that thing? How about that thing? Do you remember that in the news? That ship that got trapped in the canal there? But they got that out of there. I thought it was great being Johnny on the spot. 15 points. Holy cow. What a way to start off the show, Mary Lynn Rajskub.
I mean, I foolishly was like, well, maybe now teacher stories is going to be too much pressure for him. He's really going to have to nail it out of the park. Nail it out of the park. Is that the phrase? And you did. That was incredible. And I also like how it turned so quickly, and then by the end you just had to fight fire with fire, because that's how I felt in my life, where it's like, why are we fighting? Wait, I'm in trouble, I'm gonna be fired, and then you just gave it right back to him. What a fantastic ending. I also am going to say 554.
Oh my gosh, another 554, total 14.
Thank you.
So we're going to hear in just a second what that total score is. I don't personally do math, but someone will be telling us the score, and then that score will be added to the second round score. And
43, I knew it.
After that. Okay, 43. 43, it's a great score. Way to kick off the game. Greg Schwartz, we'll see you in the next round. Thank you. My hand goes back into the story smash can of truth, and I pull up the next storyteller. Oh, okay. Now, hang on. I think a lot of us might know this person. He's very talented. He's a comedian, and he has his own brand new game show out right now called For What It's Worth. It's a rock and roll game show that actually I was on, and I did very well. However, the person I was playing against won Jeopardy. So... yeah, that's what I was up against. But nonetheless, It's a great show, man. And this guy is also the creator and host of the Road Stories podcast and the co-host of the Rock Solid podcast. Please welcome the very talented Murray Valeriano. Hey, Murray. There he is. How are you, buddy?
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hello, Murray.
Hello, Murray.
Greg. Hello, Mary Lynn. Hello, Blaine.
Hi, Murray.
Hey, Murray, by the
Hello,
way, I
good
know
evening.
you're going to be at the Comedy Store Saturday night right here in Los Angeles. So if you're in LA, go see Murray at the Comedy Store. What the heck? But
Thank
right
you.
now, let's tell him what to do.
Spin
Ben.
that
Yeah.
wheel. It's been brought to you by Spaghetti Peas. Take it to the next level. Spaghetti Peas.
School days. Murray landed on school days.
All right. I'm not a history teacher, so I don't know how I don't know if I can nail it out of the park, Mary Lynn. I don't know if I can nail it out of the park.
Downplay. Oh.
Mix
Whenever
that
you're ready,
cinnamon.
I'll start the clock, okay?
All right. Okay. I used to share a locker next door to Jen Triano, and I had the biggest crush on her. All 4 years of high school, so in love with her, and I never had the nerve to ask her out. I come from a very jock family. All my family is into sports. My brother, my dad, so they would sign up for Sports Illustrated every year, and they would come with various Sports Illustrated paraphernalia that comes with like a football, a poster, and one year they got a little football clock with a suction cup on it, and it was about that big. And I was playing with it one time, clicking it on the TV, clicking it on the desk, clicking it on the thing, and just goofing around. I stuck it on my forehead. And I left it there and watched TV. I was like, ba-digga, 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 just kind of back and forth. Didn't think about it. Popped it off that bed. Went to bed that night. Woke up with a perfect red hickey on my forehead the next morning. The perfect red hickey. So I combed my mullet down over my forehead and I walked into school and Jen Triano's at her locker. And she goes, "Oh my God, Murray, what'd you do to your hair?" I go, "Don't tell anybody, but I did this." And I showed her the hickey and she went, "Oh my God, Karen, come here."
Wow, that's an amazing story. 102, Blaine Capatch.
I knew the shit was going to get weird when you brought up Jen Troiano.
Right?
Totally. Crazy shit at the quarry. You remember that shit with Jen Troiano? I'm telling you. You know, fucking Mary Lynn knows Jen.
He owes
I-
me $10.
I think she owes everybody $10. Give it up for Jen Troiano, everybody.
Jen, woo!
Jen runs a 10. It was just $10.
She gave me my first wine cooler. That's what those are called, wine cooler. She gave me my first Zima.
Oh man, it's like the Crystal Pepsi of Bartles and James. You know what? I love that. I would have gone with Dr. Manhattan myself, but that probably didn't happen yet. Anyway, 15 points.
15
thanks,
points,
Blaine.
a great
Oh.
score. Marilyn Rajskub.
You know, I have a son, so that sticking that to the head, had I not, if I didn't have a child that was a boy, I would have been like, "Come on, dude, why would you do that?" And now I completely get it. My favorite part was the twist where you kind of fixed it and you didn't have to say anything, but because you loved her so much, you lifted it up and told her the truth. And that was a good, like, why did you do that? You went to such great pains. You could have just said you had a haircut. I love that ending. It was exciting. It had love. It had romance. 555.
Oh, thank
15
you.
points. 15 points, Greg Proops.
I felt like it was redolent of the early work of S.E. Hinton. There was that sense of being disconnected from a community through no fault of your own, and that internal longing of that when you're in close quarters with someone that you share a locker space with, there's an intimacy that.
It was totally his fault. He's the one that stuck the thing to his forehead through no fault of your own. He did that to himself.
I just meant that the fates, Mary Lynn, can be inscrutable and just cast their die in any direction. And I
feel that.
Of course, poor choices are the hallmark of being a young man, and he made more than one in this story. So I give it 5s all round.
Fives
Oh,
all
thank you very
around.
much.
Holy cow. I think we may have had our first perfect score. Even I can do that kind of math. 45 points for Murray in the first round. That'll be combined with his score in the second round. So who knows what could happen. But right now, my hand goes back into the story, smash can of truth, and I pull out the
Can
next
of
contestant's
truth.
name. This person is also going to be telling a true 1 minute story. And I have to tell you, I just met him recently. He's an interesting man with a very interesting spelling of his name. He was a background extra on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Now, write this down. It was season 2, episode 7, in the 39th minute, and it was the left side of his face. He also has performed in New York City at Gotham and Broadway Comedy Club, Greenwich Village, and at The Stand. And he is actually retired after working for 35 years at Social Security. His real name is Sigmund, but he goes by the fabulous ZYGY Susser. Ziggy! All right, Ziggy's ready to party. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Well, we're very happy you're here. Anything you should share with us? Anything we should know about our Social Security?
Keep working. Don't stop working.
Hey.
Reassuring.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Good information. Let's tell them what to do, guys.
Keep
Keep
on
on
working.
Oh, you remember some money.
This has been brought to you by Refrigerator from Milton Bradley, a game of escape.
Ziggy landed on Mom, a true 1 minute story about mom. I don't know whose mom, but you can take it from here, Ziggy. Good luck.
Okay, thanks. I was a eater when I was a kid. It drove my mother crazy. She would say, children are starving in Europe. I would say, send my food. One Passover, we're sitting, family and everything, and she wanted me to eat a boiled chicken leg. And I said, no. And she said, eat it. And I said, no. And she got out of her chair, chicken leg. I got out of my chair, and I said, no. And I started leaving, going to the apartment. She pursued me with this boiled chicken. It was crazy. And I finally ended up in the last room, and she said, eat it. And I wouldn't, and I fainted. I fainted. And I didn't have to eat the chicken. But now, when I go into a KFC, I always make sure that under the defibrillator. So.
Oh my gosh. All right. 56 seconds. And honestly, I thought it was like a horror story, but it's just me. Marilyn Rajskub.
Your cadence and your demeanor is so delightful, and you are such a natural storyteller, and you zoned right in on your mother being a maniac. I love that. I love the simplicity of it. I could have done with a little more resolution, a little more of a climax. I'm going 544.
544. And look at Batman Astronaut says that this show rules. So thank you, Batman Astronaut. Greg Proops.
I felt like this was thrown across the palette of hunger, and that the wearing off between your mother and you when she actually stood up and then you stood up. And then the fantastic, as I said, poor decisions are the hallmark of a young man. Fainting was a great decision, whether or not it was a decision. And as any rabbi will tell you, no decision is a decision. So I'm going to give this 14 points.
14 points. Blaine Capatch.
Thank you.
I loved it. I muted because I didn't want my weeping with joy to overwhelm the sound. It taught me a very important lesson that when I am faced with a threat to faint, 15 points.
15 points. Yeah, it was a great story, Ziggy, especially for your first time playing.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. I got to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, it was, and we like that on this show,
Yeah, I loved
especially
it.
about mothers. Okay, look at that. Ziggy's total score 43. It's a great score. We're going to see you in the next
I give
round.
you 15. I give them all 15s.
Thanks for playing, Ziggy. And looky here, we got one more name in the can of truth, and I know who it is. She's played the game before. She is a comedian and a comedy writer. And check this out. She's a professional Kathy impersonator. Yes, yes. She lives here in Los Angeles, and she is a completion placing TV writer and in the 2020 Women in Film Mentorship Program Writers Circle. Please welcome the very talented Susan Sassi. Susan! Oh, man, you look great, Susan. I love your haircut. Just beautiful.
It's so hard not to dance to that music.
Say that again?
It's so hard not to dance to that music.
Oh, good. We like dancing. We do like dancing. If you have any other applications open, close them up, Susan Sassi, please. Oh, look at Philip Charlie Daniel. Charlie Daniel, he always has something to say, doesn't he, you guys?
Stick your hand in her can. Wow.
Philip.
I know. Am I right?
Philip.
Is that
And,
Freedom Rock? Wow.
All right, Susan Sassi, how are you sounding now? Tell me what you had for dinner.
I had meatballs.
That's a nice choice. Nice choice. You guys, let's tell Susan what to do.
Spin that
Those.
wheel.
Beautiful.
It's been brought to you by Lamps Minus. We don't have any lamps at Lamps Minus.
Oh, Shazette. Susan has landed on audience, but I know she can handle it. She has been and done this before, so I feel good about it. Let me pull up some topics. We've got secrets. We've got getting fired. We have Mary Lynn Rajskub is Mr. Show Royalty. Thank you for Boston Nova.
Yeah.
If you have a
Every
story
word.
about that, Susan, it'd be amazing. Losing your temper.
Ooh, that's a good
How
one.
about we go back to pets? How about neighbors or UFO?
Oh God.
They're in the news. They're like
Okay.
that ship trapped in the canal. They're like just right there.
Stage fright,
UFPs.
Bigfoot.
Step it up a notch. UFPs.
questionable furniture. Oh, I like this one. And this is from a doctor. Morning after regrets.
Ouch.
Yeah, there you go. Walk of shame.
Llama hair.
Walks
okay,
of
what's it gonna
shame.
be? What do you guys think? Mary Lynn, what do you like?
I am reacting to Greg reacting to losing your temper. When he said that, I said, yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think that's a great losing your temper. And who hasn't done that? Let's go with that. Losing your temper. This is amazing. This is fantastic. So you've got a true 1 minute story ahead of you. And let's get, how do I get rid of that? Okay. Sorry. There it is. Okay. No, did it go away? There it is. All right. So where's our player? What happened?
Susan.
What happened? Susan, are you
no.
out there?
Uh-oh, UFO.
Susan.
We've been talking about the government too much. Stick around after a story smash for So You Think You Can Dance, followed immediately by So You Thought You Could Dance. Come up after story smash, Christine.
Well, that is a great sponsor. I'm glad they're in. And look at all the people that are watching. Look at Jonathan Tipton Myers. He's in. And a lot of people are excited. I don't know what's happening with the Batman. Oh, there's
my
Susan
God.
Sassy. That's good news.
Oh my God!
Wow,
This
thanks
isn't
for waiting for me, guys.
is it like a Tholian web, is it?
My
Right?
computer just
Tholian web.
shut off. It just shut off completely. I don't even know why. I'm a little nervous.
You're
But,
going to be great.
let's get the-
We're excited. Again, your topic is losing your temper. Good luck to you, Susan Sassy. And you can start
Sassy.
anytime you want.
Okay, well, when I was first born on the day of my birth. It was a C-section, and the doctors immediately put me in an incubator because I was cold, I was sick. And my mom woke up, and she was furious that she wasn't able to hold me. And she yelled at the doctors and lost her temper and screamed until they brought me to her. Now, 7 years ago, my dad found my mom not breathing, non-responsive, and she was rushed to the hospital. When I got there, the doctors were not giving us any information. The nurses were being condescending. So I exploded. I lost my temper. I made my dad cry. That's how bad it was. And I was really embarrassed. I was not proud of myself. But I like to think how fitting it is that my mom welcomed me into the world by yelling at the doctors. So it's pretty fitting that I said goodbye to her doing the same exact thing, yelling at the doctors. It's very poetic, and it's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it?
Wow, she nailed it. 59 seconds, right on the nose there. Greg Proops.
Am I to understand that your mother is swirling in the heavens?
She is. She is.
And on that night,
I'm sorry?
at the conclusion of that story,
Mm-hmm.
oh, golly.
Yeah. I said goodbye to her. She died as I was yelling at the doctors, and I thought it was very fitting because when I was born in this world, she was yelling at the doctors, and when she was on this way out of the world, I was yelling at the doctors. So it's pretty poetic. It's been a long time. I've shed a lot of tears, and I probably seem very not emotional right now as I normally am when I tell this story. But
Oh, no, this was like ancient Greece. This had literally everything. And also, my anticipation of losing your temper didn't encompass, my imagination didn't go as that far. It's extraordinarily moving. And of course, it's absolutely apt. And it is a poem because it's a solipsism. In any case, there's no other score for this, but all of them.
oh, thank you.
All
Yeah,
right,
sure.
great story. Marilyn Rajskub. Look at the time, by the way, 59 seconds, like
Yeah.
59.36. So it's very, very close.
Yeah, this is an amazing story. I love things. It feels very cosmic and of another realm, and a perfect circle of love through temper with you and your mother. I love it. For the sake of being judgy and nitpicky, I would have liked a little bit more details of in the room and that type of stuff. So I'm going to go 554.
554. Okay, Blaine Capatch.
I thought it was great. I thought it was much better than the story where the mom chased a guy around with a chicken net. I thought that guy's mom. I'm not too keen on that one. So, and I think the C-section stands for cry.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I came up with. That's gonna be my pitch. I'm taking an early lunch. 15.
15 points. Another amazing score. Holy cow. What a great first round as we wait for Susan Sassi's score to appear. I just want to thank all the contestants for the hard work they did in the first round and remind you that in the second round, it's double the fun with a true 2-minute story. Susan Sassi's total score 44. 44. Yeah. That's a lot. Okay, so Jonathan, you agree. I hear what you're saying. Great score, Susan. Now all 4 names go back into the story smash can of truth. And let me remind you that we are here live on Facebook and YouTube, and we thank you for joining us. But soon, guess what? We're going back to the real thing. We're going back live, hopefully at the Improv. If not there, I've got several other venues in mind. But the point is, watch the show while you can here on Facebook and YouTube every Friday night. We're going to go through June, and then in July, we're going to shake things up. And of course, that depends because, there is a tip jar. It's called a virtual tip jar. Have you heard of that, Proops?
Oh, have I? I've been living off of it since I lost my job at the koi pond.
If anybody wants to Venmo me any money virtually, as it were, that's always acceptable. So, who knows? I mean, you guys Venmo money comes in, this show will continue, and I'll pay everybody. That's the idea. Are you with me, Alicia? Yes, she is. Thank you, Alicia Marie. Blaine?
You know, it's going to be real interesting. I haven't played a live show since we beat Germany in the first war, and I'm, Harrison Ford said it. Good against remotes is one thing, kid. Good against the living.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Proops.
I'm ready.
You really kind of nailed it, Greg.
This is awesome. All
I
four
nailed
names
it out of the park with a metaphor that I mixed.
All four names are back in the can, and we're calling the first name Mary Lynn Rajskub. I'm going to give you the first name to call. Who is the person coming up for a true 2-minute story?
Oh, shit. Ziggy.
No, look at my hand.
Oh, Greg Schwartz. I thought I was supposed to make it up. I wanted to come up. Greg Schwartz.
Greg Schwartz. Come on up, buddy. Greg Schwartz. Yeah. Tell him what to do. Greg.
Hello again.
Spin. Oh, sorry. Spin.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Spin.
It's been brought to you by Oreos Quadra Stuff. Blow your pancreas out of your asshole. What's the fucking point? Oreos Quadra Stuff.
How could I lie? Was I touching that wheel? I was not. It is back on audience. And I got to tell you, Greg Schwartz, you're an amazing talent. I have no fear of your storytelling capability. Should we go with, let's take a look at some choices. Immigrants?
UFO.
Or at least the Michael Schenker group.
Yes.
What about injuries? UFOs.
UFOs, Batman astronaut, of course.
Injuries is great. I'm a big
Questionable furniture.
Yes. Interesting.
Morning after
regrets.
That
could involve some furniture. Funny earpod story.
What does that mean?
Hey, remember that time I got an infection? Fell asleep with my earpods and I got infected. I thought there were spiders living in there. Remember that? I was fucked up. I went to the hospital. It cost me $900.
Yeah, that was a big mess.
Remember when I misplaced my earpods? That was crazy.
I love this self-diagnosis.
What a night.
What a night.
Late December back in
What's that mean? What's Verbo?
Vacation room by owner.
I'm too old to play anymore.
Walmart. Oh, man. I was in Target today. Maybe a Walmart story would be good.
Do you have a Walmart story, Schwartz?
No, I don't go to Walmart.
Me neither, but I did. I went once. That's why I thought you might have one.
What's the biggest chain down in Florida right now? Where do you go for your supplies and stuff?
We usually have stuff delivered from Target or Amazon. We were avoiding stores during the whole pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, quite wise.
Yeah. I'm high risk, so that's why.
We could talk about peeing in a bottle in a warehouse.
Charlie Daniel.
I kind of like the lie I got away with. That was weird.
Look at Charlie Daniel. What's happening?
Funny tampon story. My goodness.
All right, what's it going to be, Blaine Capatch?
What did Greg just say? I thought Greg just said something really interesting.
Oh, I
funny tampons.
No tampons.
No, not funny tampon story.
Right?
How about
what was it? Getting away with something? Getting like a secret confession?
Lie you got away with.
Lie I got away with.
Look at him. Look at him. He's got one.
A lie I got away with.
Like a teacher.
Here it is. Look, a guy named Steve said this. A guy named Steve.
Lie I got away with. Perfect.
So
it's in print.
A guy named Steve. Steve, you are one of the home winners tonight. You'll receive the Story Smash, the Storytelling Game Show Home Edition in the mail sometime soon.
We'll be there in about 20 minutes.
After I create it. That's right. Okay. A lie I got away with, Greg Schwartz. When you're ready, we're going to start the clock. You got 2 full minutes. So lay into it, back up, give us some good storytelling whenever you're ready.
Okay. So back when I was in high school, in order to graduate, we had to take Regents exams here in New York State. And, they're very strict. There's very strict protocols on taking the exams and what teachers have to do when they're proctoring the exam. And it was my 11th grade U.S. History Regents exam. And I got to the essay parts, and we had to complete 4 out of 7 essay questions. And I was just sitting there reading the essay questions, just thinking about it. And my teacher comes walking by, and looks at me and he's like, Schwartz, how you doing? I said, no, I said, I'm doing fine. I'm good. And he looks down at my paper and he sees just a blank paper. And he looks at the essay question and he goes, Schwartz, you know this. And he grabs my pen and he starts writing notes in the margin of what I needed to answer in the essay. He was giving me the essay answers. And then he finished and he put my pen down and I looked at him and I said, oh, thank you. And then I pointed to another essay and I said, well, what about this essay? And he grabbed my pen. He's like, you know this. And he started writing down the answers to that essay. And I just sat there and I went through all the essays with him and kept going, well, what about this one? And what about this? And the teacher gave me all the answers for the essays, all the information I had to put in. So then I went and I wrote my essays. And then at the end, you have to sign a declaration that all of your answers were yours alone. You didn't receive any additional help. And I signed it. And turns out I got about a 90 on my Regents exam. And it was primarily due to the help that was illegally given to me by my U.S. history teacher. And then years later, when I went back and student taught at the high school, I made sure to thank him for his help when I was his student. And that's it.
Okay, that was an amazing story. It landed right on 2 minutes. Okay, that was an amazing story. It landed right on 2 minutes. However, we had some technical difficulty, but please, a 5 in time. Mary Lynn Rajskub.
I love the story. It's amazing. Yes, 5 on time. Well told, well acted out. I'm left with a mystery. I'm not satisfied, which is fine. I think some stories can be that way. Like, why did he do that? Was he in love with you? I
hope not.
Answers, but I like that I want answers. I'm going 554.
554, Greg Proops.
I love Mary Lynn's inclination to take it to that was he in love with you level. That raises the stakes so quickly and is so exciting. It wasn't something I thought of, but I'm just chuffed by that. I felt like the ending where you thanked him was oblique and was open-ended and had a Shirley Jacksonian morbidity to it. I wasn't sure how you thanked him or why. Him doing it, I understand utterly. And I had a million teachers take the fall for me, as well as teachers who said shit like, you're trying to skate by on your good looks, meaning I wouldn't do any work, but clearly I knew what I was talking about. And I think that's a great position to be in school, where you actually don't do all the work, but you do know what you're talking about, and they just do it for you. And I heartily approve of the story, and therefore I give it a 15.
Oh, a 15. That's a great story. And look at the audience. We all love MLR. And that's not you, Blaine, but I think they like you too. Blaine Capatch.
Namaste.
Oh, sorry. I was just on the phone here. Hello? Yes. United States Teachers Club? Yes. I would like to report some fraudulent credentials. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. The name Greg Schwartz. Greg Schwartz, yes. Kind of like he plays keyboards for. I'm gonna go with Weather Report. All right. Yes, I'd love to hold.
Is that a little Peyton Place?
14.
14 points, 14 points. Let's add those 3 scores up, and we'll see what Greg's going to get and be combined with
All
his
is important
story of the
to
night. So there's some numbers.
Please stay on the line.
Yeah.
Call
Okay,
will be
Greg's
answered in the
total
order in which it was received.
43. That's Greg's total score. It's a great score to be combined with your first score, etc. And we're moving on. Let's go to the story smash can of truth and pull out the next contestant's name. Blaine, who's coming?
It's Susan Sassi. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
She's a great girl. Come on, Susan. Let's go, Susan. Where is she? She's coming? There she is. Way to go, sister. Let's tell her what to do, guys. Spin.
Spin.
Wow.
Oh.
Spin brought to you by Lysol
Yummy.
wipes. A great way to wipe Lysol on stuff. Lysol wipe.
Is this the best night ever? She just landed on audience.
Oh my
What are you, Scott Stapp?
And we're going back. We're going back. Now here's one. Moving
Is this
day.
really audience again?
No,
Yeah.
no, she has to do this, producer. Okay, look, we could do neighbors, moving day, a purchase, computers, ninjas.
I don't mind a
Ninjas. Doesn't everyone have a great ninja story?
Brush with greatness, a celebrity encounter is always good.
Hello from Pittsburgh. Hello to
Hellos
you.
from Pittsburgh. How about
Porphyry.
hello
Pittsburgh.
Okay, we're going back up. Dramatic tampon story. Everybody has that. Pizza. Guys named Steve.
Pizza's kind of good. Pizza's not bad because pizza is includes.
It leads to a lot of things.
Yeah,
Well,
pizza's a wild one.
Pizza's an element in other stories.
Uber Eats. Do you have any stories about app usage?
Jonathan, stop it.
Jonathan, no.
You're being a churl.
Can I say a tampon story for 200?
No way. You want the tampon story? Let's give it to her.
Yes, we have to give that to her.
Oh my
That's a
God.
fantastic
So good.
story topic. Funny tampon story. Everybody's got it. Let's really give a lot of love to Susan Sassi, who's going to tell this right off the cuff. 2-minute story. When you're ready, I'll start the clock.
So the first time I got my period, back then, I don't know if they still do it, but Tampax mail them. They will send you a free box of tampons. So I was excited to try tampons for the first time, and I couldn't get it in. I was in the bathroom probably all day. I couldn't get it in. My friends were on the other side of the bathroom laughing at me, rolling on the floor laughing. And then when I finally did get it in, it was just too painful. I couldn't even use the tampon. So there is that. And then I guess many years later, this still haunted me, and I was in college. And this kid did this really, really dramatic monologue about this guy who was messed up and he was raping a girl, and he used this metal pipe to shove it up her. Yeah, it was really dramatic. And all I could think was, oh my God, and I have trouble putting in a tampon. Everyone thought that was pretty hilarious. They all laughed, rolled on the floor. And then at the end of the semester, we all met with the teacher, and he gave us our feedback in class. And he said I was such a good student. I was attentive. I did lots of work. And he also said I had a great sense of humor with my tampon jokes. And I think for the rest of the year in college, I was the tampon girl. Stretch it out. Later, I was at the Renaissance Fair, and I had my period, and we all changed together, and they saw it, and then my nickname became Period Panties. That's right, I was Period Panties for the rest of the summer. But at least I never was one of those girls who walked around with bloody.
Okay, 157. That was the score. I heard the whole story myself. Greg Proops.
I was really trying to stretch that out.
You did.
Well, this is like Hannah Arendt reading the Old Testament. It's just everything is so cumulative. Everything is so punitive. Everything is so real. Everything is so enforced. It's everything that's wrong. It's just your storytelling is astonishing. The only thing that's missing are drum beats and wailing. So I'm going to go for Faye one more time.
Yeah.
15.
Oh, thank you.
15, no doubt about it. Blaine Capatch.
Can I quote you on my website?
Yeah, no, I'm here for log rolling. If you want a pull quote, I'll give you a really fulsome one later that with more purple prose.
I would love it.
I did not know that when you got your first period that they said you free tampons like you're getting jumped into a gang or something. It's I guess it's like when two guys on motorcycles pass each other, they do a little fucking down low. Hey, another guy on a motorcycle. I love that you were excited to try tampons for the first time. That was something I never thought. It was weird, but they were laughing outside the door. Are they really your friends? Are they really your friends?
You know, it was high school.
And then it got real, like an episode of Beretta in the middle with campus rape and a pipe. Just, I thought it was
tool.
I thought it was fearless and fun. And when she told you to stretch, you went into another story that was fucking great. 15
points, Mary Lynn Rajskub.
Yeah, this story is incredible. I don't know why you felt so free to tell all of your friends and the entire class about your tampon experience. And then the deflection of the trauma, the diminishment of the rape story that then turned the attention to your own mishap with your own vagina and tampon. Yes. It's pretty next level. The fact that you had to hear that harrowing story, and then it was like, but I was funny, and everybody wanted to hear my stuff, and who cares about that rape pipe thing? Boring. Incredible. I'm going to go 554.
554. 554.
So
okay, is that all three or Blaine Capatch? Are we there?
I'll go again. I hated it. I thought it was terrible and disgusting. I had no idea that anything happened. I thought that the angels came and take that stuff away from women. That's what I was taught, that they have teeth up there. They have teeth up there.
Look at Susan Sassi's score. Look at that score, guys. 44. It's a great score. It'll be combined with her first round score. Great job. Thanks, Susan Sassy. You know, there's only two names left in the story smash.
Arante and Teicher.
Yeah. Well, first of all, they're fighting online about testaments.
Oh my God.
What about Megadeth? The guy from Megadeth just got fired.
All right, Greg Proops. I've got two names in my hand. I'm dropping one. Who's coming up now for a true 2 minute
Ulysses S. Grant.
Murray.
Valeriano.
Ulysses T. Grant. Take it to the next level.
Valeriano.
Valeriano.
How to do a game show because he has a game show. For what it's worth, make sure you guys check it out on YouTube. It's damn fun, man. Just a great show. All right, you guys, let's tell Murray what to do.
Spin. God. Wheel. This has been brought to you by Dog Fudge, non-toxic fudge for dogs, not tested on animals. Dog Fudge.
Birthdays.
Audience.
Mary Lynn. Birthday. Mary Lynn and on birthdays.
What?
So a true 2 minute story whenever you're ready, Murray. Take
All
your
right,
time.
okay. Birthdays by Murray Valeriano. There we go. All right. So a couple years ago, my friend Mike Siegel calls me and he says he's got tickets to see the Foo Fighters. Apparently the Foo Fighters announced that they were playing on Saturday night on a Wednesday. And I like the Foo Fighters. I've seen the Foo Fighters a few times. They put on a great show. But I wasn't really feeling it. But then I realized this was in January and it was right after the holidays. And my father-in-law had just spent 3 weeks with us. And my parents had just spent 3 weeks with us. And that's 6 weeks of a lot of relatives. So I wanted out of the house. So I said, sure, yeah, man, I'll go see the Foo Fighters with you. So we went down, we grabbed a Uber and went down to the forum, and it was sold out. It sold out in 3 days. In 3 days, it sold out. But somehow Mike Siegel managed to get us floor seats 5 feet from the stage. And as we walked in and we gave our tickets, and they handed us this little card, and it said, "Thanks for attending Dave Grohl's birthday party." I'm like, what is this? I don't know. All right. So it's cool. So we put it in our pocket. We go down to this floor. We sit down on the floor. We're about, 5 feet from the stage. The lights go down. The Foo Fighters come out in that raucous power E chord that they jam to as they come out. Just and Dave comes to the front of the stage and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's my birthday. Thank you for coming to my birthday party. When I was a kid, my band would just play my birthdays and then my friends would come over and jam. But now my friends are famous and I invited them tonight. And to help me kick off my birthday party, here's Paul Stanley." And Paul Stanley comes out and they open with Detroit Rock City.
Yes.
And then from that point on, Van Halen, everybody, star-studded event. It was my second favorite concert of all time.
Wow. What a fantastic story. 1 minute, 58 seconds. Blaine Capatch.
That was great, Murray. Getting in on somebody else's birthday. It reminded me of the time I was at the Americana Cheesecake Factory, and somebody thought that my chair was in the birthday party chair, and I got up close as the steamy employees came out of the back and sang happy birthday, and probably gave everybody COVID. This was like a year and a half ago, so they were probably all just like spewing COVID like Smaug the dragon. I love that it had Mike Siegel in. I just like the idea of Mike Siegel in any story. But you had me at the birthdays by Murray Valeriano, 15 points.
Thank you, sir.
15 points, Mary Lynn Rajskub.
Amazing story. Made me a little jealous. Made me wish I was there. I love that you didn't want to go and you ended up going. Getting the card is weird. I'm kind of mad that it's like, maybe this is the Karen inside of me, but I'm like, how did he get those tickets? I don't like that was glossed over. Like, what did he do to get that ticket?
You never did say.
Don't blame him. This is your
never
story.
did say.
Amazing story. 554.
554. Greg Proops.
Well, I think Chekhov echoed the Greeks when he said, that there's, how do we put this? If you're going to introduce Paul Stanley into a story, then you must use Paul Stanley by Act 5. Yeah. And I have several Paul Stanley stories. I'm not telling them. Oh. And yours was amongst them as just, I don't know. I think everything's right when Paul Stanley is in the house. And so I'm going to give it a perfect score.
15 points. Now, Paul Stanley
I have a question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Murray.
Could I get a reevaluation on my scores, Mary Lynn, if I produce that card?
Oh my God.
How dare you?
That I was given?
No, because the way that you said that, I know that you have it. It's not like if I can produce it, like I already know you can.
I swear to God,
I can make this pencil look like it's made out of rubber.
Now that I say that, I don't think I can produce it. So,
well, I don't want to be a dick, but this is clearly a journalistic maneuver. And this is the kind of bullshit that writers pull with you when they're trying to prove that they're right.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to keep journalism alive.
Right?
Now, I just want to be clear. Paul Stanley was the star child because he had the thing, or was
no,
that?
No, that was Ace Frehley. Paul Stanley was the lover.
The lover.
Oh,
damn. Remember when those solo albums came out and every one of their faces was on that giant vinyl and it was like, God, I love that.
Yeah. They're so untalented. It's just great.
Murray, come back.
He's going to get the card.
I'm looking for the card. I think Siegel has it.
Hey, Greg, maybe we should try to
Steven Seagal?
I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Do you think we could try that?
I'm happy to do a little of it. Okay. I want to rock and roll all night and party every. And here's Paul Stanley. All right. Hello, Toronto.
And to be clear, Paul Stanley is the one that came out with Beth, wasn't he? Was that Paul?
That was Chris.
That was the cat.
That was the
star
drummer.
child drummer.
Yeah. You know, not a lot of people know this.
He was the cat.
Peter, Chris, and Ludacris are sisters. Not a lot of people know that.
Total score for Murray, 44 points, a great score. It'll be added to his first score, and we'll take a look at that leaderboard after our last contestant coming to the stage right now. This guy, I am so happy he's on. He's a great guy and a wonderful talent, and he's coming right now. ZYGY Susser. Put your hands together for ZYGY Susser. Ziggy, thanks for playing again. And let's show Ziggy what to do, guys.
Man. Diapers taste so very bad, very bad, very bad. Diapers taste so very bad. I wish they tasted good. Now they do. Pampers Chewables. Christine?
School days. School days. Blaine, do you have a school day story?
Oh, do I have a school? Oh, I was wondering why I was still on screen. I thought I might have broken into the Pentagon accidentally. That was pretty funny when I did break into the Pentagon. Let's take a look at that clip.
And the Republicans are like, fuck it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I pay my taxes.
2 minutes for you, Ziggy, on school days. Whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Okay. I went to Stives High School, and one day I was coming home with a friend. And I was sitting, and he was standing holding the pole. And all of a sudden, he started to pull, like it wasn't really attached to the socket. He ended up pulling it up and pulling it out of the sockets. And he was standing in the middle of the subway car holding this pole. I was laughing. People were just looking at us. And we're coming, to a stop where we're going to get off and everything. And I figured he's going to put the pole back. And we're getting off. He didn't put the pole back. He walked stuff away with this pole. Now, in those days, every station had a token clerk. And I figured he'd get it by the token clerk. So he slid I believe it's like a crutch or a cane, and walks right by the token clerk. The token clerk guy looks up, does my lips, goes back to what he was doing. Friend, it makes me wonder what would it have taken to get this guy to react? The transit guy, like 3 people to be held at the pole or something. I wonder if it just walked by. But anyway, he brought it home. And his mother said, get rid of it. I'd have wanted the house, but he didn't listen to any of it. I guess a little prophetic because he ended up marrying a pole dancer, but that's neither here nor there. But it really helped him because he got like all the best parts in plays. Because he had his own pole, and he always wanted to be a lawyer. So he passed the bar. I spoke to him recently, and he got back in touch with me. And I said, "How did the pole?" And he said he moved it.
Okay. I did hear the crashing, but it was a great story, Marilyn Rajskub.
Can I hear the last sentence of that story?
What?
You got back in touch with him and what?
He still has the pole. Okay,
I didn't hear that part. I love the way you tell the story. I love the simplicity of it. I love the details of it and the pacing. I'm not really excited by the pole story. Although I can imagine it happening, and it is ridiculous. And I love that you have that memory and that story. 554.
554. Okay, Greg Proops.
All at once, I'm entrapped. I'm not sure which way to go. I feel like a seal has been placed, a seal has been lifted. There's so many elements. My relation to people I know, the very firmament of the universe has been questioned. And so I'm going to give it a 4, 4, 5.
4, 4, 5. Blaine Capatch.
Little dolls on the shelf have come in, little bees, little crash silver, little single feeling, the dolls. Dolls say feeling.
15. Wow, that's an amazing score. Way to go, Blaine Capatch. A nice score. And we're going to get we're going to get Ziggy's total score in just a second here. And guess what? We're at the end of the show. So all the storytellers are coming back momentarily. And we're going to get a lot of numbers on that leaderboard. So we'll take a look in just a moment. What a great night, by the way. Big round of applause for Blaine Capatch, Greg Proops, and Lynn Rajskub. Lynn, thank you so much, sweetie. Really, I appreciate it. And it seems when Lynn covers her face, I seem to cover my face too. This is great. Okay, Ziggy's total score. What is that, please? A great job. Yeah, we know that. And a great show. We know that. But Ziggy's total score, 42. That's going to be combined with the first round, and we're going to get a lot of numbers in just a second. But meantime, let's keep it going for Greg Schwartz. Greg Schwartz, thank you for playing, buddy. And
Thank you.
And Susan Sassi, I love you to death.
That card.
I'm going to see you Saturday, Susan. There's Murray Valeriano. He's going to be at the Comedy Store tomorrow night right here in Hollywood. And feel free to come by. Thanks, Angel. We're glad you're here. Jonathan,
yeah, it was a great show. Everybody was really, really funny tonight.
It really was a great show. And look at this. Thank you. Yeah, we heard that. And then also best judges panel in weeks. Hey, Philip, I disagree, man. There's a lot of dream teams in this game. Okay, a lot of dream teams. And thank you.
At the time the Hudson brothers did it. Remember that?
That's
Marky
right.
Hudson brothers.
Yes, a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so we're gonna get some scores here momentarily.
Two of those guys hate each other.
Blaine, looks like our mathematician is having some problems. So would you just please let us know one more sponsor in the game?
Brought to you by Straw. Build the softest house in town with Straw. Also brought to you by Sticks. Build yourself a getaway with Sticks. Guaranteed wolf-proof with Sticks. Also Bricks. Stop that wolf. Send him a west and tie it to a brick. Bricks. And also brought to you by Dr. Wolf's Pig Poison. Fuck those fucking pigs. Christine?
All right. Now this is exciting. We've got a lot to look at. Ziggy's total score 85. Great first game, Ziggy. I hope you'll come back and play again. Ziggy. And look at Greg Schwartz, also a first-time player. His total score from Sarasota, Florida, 86. Another good score. And now we're looking at some bigger scores. Susan Sassi, 88. Susan Sassi, you're very talented. Thank you for playing. And I think I see a big number coming here. What's the number? Oh, my God!
Oh, my God.
Murray Valeriano, total score is 89. What a fantastic play. Thank you so much. Murray Valeriano, you're going to get $10 via me.
Awesome.
That's right, via me tomorrow. $10 coming to Murray Valeriano. What a great night. One more time on behalf of the very talented Mary, Lynn, Rajskub. Holy cow. Thanks for playing, sister. And break a leg at the Improv this weekend. Greg Proops, I love you so much. Blaine Capatch, you make this whole goddamn show worth it. Thank you so much. One more time for Susan Sassi. Ziggy, after your last name. Greg Schwartz, the amazing Murray Valeriano. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night.
Get some story slash. Staying over at Christine's. You're all the way over. Like your back door. There's a key in the back, Christine. Woo!